What's up, you guys? I'm Philly. I love you. This is my channel. We know at this point that people don't want us here, but we also know that there's a stronger force that does. We know now that there's people who have lied to multiple people about some of you guys to the point where your life was in danger. Nothing goes unseen or unnoticed. We're also, what I feel like saying to some people who get in the boxing ring with me when I don't even know half of you or who you are or why you even have an issue with me. I'm not the one that you're fighting against, and this is why nothing's happening. You're not getting any points, because it's like, if I had to put it metaphorically, it's like you getting into a boxing ring and the person that you're going over to, and like, it's like you're shadow boxing with us, when really the person that is going to wind up knocking you out is the person behind you that's going to tap you on your shoulder. A lot of you guys have ops that are like literally fighting with you, and they don't even know you, and they have no idea really like who to believe, or it's a shame. And on top of their minds being completely manipulated by shit that we can't see, not the shit that some of these people are sending out. It is overwhelming. Thank you, Neve, because I'm listening to Catfish, and if anybody has an issue with the TV playing in the background, and to the subscriber, because I know who you are, that commented that you didn't really like that, this and that, it's okay. That's no worries. I mean, I know who it was, and I know that you said it to try to get a rise out of me, and nobody cares about you that much, doll. So, I clearly state in the beginning of my video that if you don't like it, so if you watched it till the end, then you must have liked it. So thank you for watching the whole thing, even though you really weren't comfortable with the words in the background. But yeah, we know it's not possible to please all the people all the time over here. So we don't even attempt to do that. There's probably another reader for you that has a complete quiet background for you. So yeah, just jump back and forth. Anyway, but I already knew what that was about, and you can't get a rise out of anybody anymore because you're irrelevant. You always were. It's a shame that you're so desperate for attention. 1111. Yeah, I know exactly who you were. Some Frankenstein shit. But I was curious this morning because I watched The White Lotus last night, and they were talking about Hades and how he raped Persephone and stuff, and like he's just, no good, right? And I was like, Hades and Hades, like why are they so similar in pronunciation? Like, why do they sound so similar? So I was curious if there was a connection between the two. And it was interesting because it says in Greek mythology, the land of the dead and tormented souls was known as Hades. This chaotic underworld of darkness and suffering was a place of hopelessness and despair. It seems in many ways this is the situation in Haiti. Is that like a cursed land or something? Did that have anything to do with maybe some people messing with shit that they shouldn't have messed with? Because I know that there's people who are doing spell work on me that are Haitian. I don't know if you're still in there or in Hades or whatever, but I know that there's a lot of people in Haiti that do spell work, black magic, and voodoo. I mean, there's non-stop shows about it. So, maybe they've cursed their own. I don't want to say their own kind because they're African American, but I mean, damn, if there were to be a curse, like some people talk about, then maybe they need to focus more on their own kind that has been messing with spell work for so long that they probably cursed their own people. You know what I mean? But of course, the Matrix is going to point you in another direction, to a lighter direction, we'll say. Like I said, we're healed over here, so the only ones that get triggered by that are the ones that aren't healed. We know this already, right? It's why it's making it real difficult for your ops, especially if you have a platform, to really get mad at when you're speaking truth, because all they do is just show the lack of healing that they have, and they know that. And now people are starting to ignore comments where they can tell that people are just unhealed. And now this is another way that you separate the wheat and the chaff, the healed and the not healed, because that's basically what I see it as, is chaff are not healed. That's why they do chaffy things, okay? and wheat grows. Yeah, we need wheat. So let's just get into whatever message they want to talk about. Once again, I do have the TV on in the background, so feel free to watch, and feel free to even comment that you didn't really like the fact that it was on. It doesn't affect me either way. I don't attempt to please every person watching my chat. I would be stupid, right? I would be foolish to think that that was even possible. So let's just keep going. You talking to a healed bitch over here. It ain't gonna work there. All right. What do we need to get into, Spirit? What do we need to do? Let's put this on. Maybe I'll just wait until they put the first word up. I'll flip some cards out. Open. Open. I don't know. I feel like I want to wait for another word. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. I really do. Because I love you. I mean, there's something I even love about the people who can't stand me, because you show me, all you do is just show me how different I am from you, and you prove that a lack of healing is not beneficial, we'll just say. All right, today is November 7th. No contract, ever. So you guys won't even get into a contract with anybody unless they're healed, is what I feel like that just meant. You don't even, because maybe you're starting to understand contracts, and when you accept a certain energy in your life, or even a transference of energy, especially on a consistent basis, it's like the universe, it's like you're signing a contract with that person, regardless. It doesn't have to be marriage, because we all know that that's the biggest farce of all the contracts, right? Marriage. Most people don't even want to be married anymore. There's so many happily single people, and that's another way to separate healed people from the opportunists. The opportunists want to get married. They just don't want to be faithful, and they don't want to work on the marriage. Half of them don't want to work, period. So now that there's people who are happy being single, well, now that's another split. So the split for me, like I guess in religion and Christianity, it seems like the whole world's going to be split, and one gets taken up and one gets, I guess if you want to look at things literal, like a lot of Christians mistakenly do, or you can look at it metaphoric, like us healed and awakened beings, and see it as there's multiple ways of the way that people are getting split. It doesn't happen from some supernatural force. It happens from us waking up, knowing our worth, healing, and going no contact, or just once you know your worth, you don't want to be around certain things and people anymore. So there's that. Let me see here. I command the truth, please. Today is November 7th, 2022, correct? Thank you. Can you clear that, please? I slept later today just because I could. I command the true, Spirit. Do you want me to start with that word open? Is that why it's still sitting up there? Is it still okay, all right, okay. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's up with this open. What's the word of the day? Bladesmith. Ooh. This may be interesting. One who smiths blades. They're an iron. Okay. So this could be sword. I mean, this could be some truth coming out. The fact that they're talking about knives, blades, swords. Somebody literally it could be deeper than that. Let's just see with the open. Cold. Open, cold. Oh, 2 came out? Wait, let's redo this. I'm sorry. Let's redo that. Let me shuffle them a little bit. So they're talking about Photoshop photos. So somebody could be realizing, or people could be realizing, that what they thought they were listening to, or what someone was telling them, or what they thought to be true was the complete opposite. Yeah, blades. One who smiths blades. The old ways. I mean, this could also be going back to the old ways of living, or more natural way of living, like our ancestors. But let's see, what can you tell me about this open? Like, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here, please? What are we looking at here? Oh, just that masculine again. But this could even be like your person. If you're with a dude that's in the upright, that this masculine in the upright. Open. I mean, this could also be an open marriage, bitch. Okay. With different girls and different girls, yeah. This could let just to see what this is. What is this? Well, that's 10 of Pentacles, right? But let's just get into it. What? Tell me about this father, because I want to see what is this father card here for? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm guessing that there's a deeper meaning to this because this comes out way too much, especially on my channel, where like you're just not dealing with. The world knows about these people. It doesn't even have to be men because it says father. It's just abuse. People that get into relationships just to abuse people or because they're hurt, and then they like destroy them, and then what happens after that? And then they play victim. This seems to be a big deal that people don't want to deal with this type of energy anymore, and it's because of what I just said. Now it's either forcing these people who only got into relationships or friendships for that reason because of what they could get off of somebody, and then us being asleep to the fact that they weren't doing that, thinking everybody was nice like us and empathic like us. What's open and cold cat? What's that? Cold cat. Oh, damn, divine feminine. Tell me that's a spirit realm saying that your cat is cold right now, okay? Like you closing that shit off. I hear you. Like, don't come near me. Don't even talk to me. Don't even ask for my number, bitch. Because I can feel that you're unhealed. Especially if you're a mother and you have children. Like, you're not repeating a cycle again. People who only want you for money, or they want you. This is also what I'm picking up, is that there's a lot of males here. A lot of males in low vibration. That only want, they want like a nurse. They want a caretaker. Because if they didn't, then why would you destroy the relationship all the time? But this could literally, this is just people who get into relationships because they want to be taken care of. Divine feminine, though, I feel like that's specifically saying for you guys is that your kitty cat is cold. Okay? Somebody, no, I'm not going to say that. We're just going to keep going. Effective. So it's effective. I'm guessing it would be. I'm guessing it would be that everybody who, especially the females, because there's a big thing on the planet. This is no disrespect to men, okay? And when I talk about males, I mean born man and born woman. You know, I said this before, and this, I don't want to constantly feel like I have to say no disrespect, but people like to get sensitive. But then that's usually an unhealed person, because when they only find the lower part of what you said, then that's another person that's unhealed. I'm not rearranging all of tarot on my channel because people are kind of male and then female, or you were born a male and now you're female, or vice versa. I'm actually going to start doing tarot readings for just women and just men. And I mean what you were born as, so that there's no mix-up. Okay? I'll do ones that are general, and then I'm going to every once in a while tap in on the actual woman energy, the natural women, not the ones who are actually insulting women, mocking women, winding up on Forbes, and a spokesperson for Tampax. Not those. All right, so let's keep going. I also see that there's people who want to destroy this couple. I still can't figure this shit. I mean, I know it's unhealed, but come on, is it really that deep? That there's people who just can't stand to see? Because, oh, and the White Lotus as well. I wanted to tell you guys also what was on the White Lotus last night was there was a happy couple and there was a couple that was having problems. And the wife of the couple that was having problems, not the husband, because women are so fucking catty like this, was like so jealous, but she was saying she wasn't. And the husband was picking up that she was. And let me unplug these lights. And so now, you know, the other couple, it kind of reminded me of me and my dude. Like, they were best friends. They don't argue. They talk about everything. And you could see that even other people around them that didn't like it. And they were on vacation in Sicily. It's like, why are you even going there with your husband? If you're going to get mad at other people's happiness, like, aren't you there on a vacation with your dude? Good. It's just strange. A lot of jealous females, but it's carried over to a lot of low vibrational males. So, all right. So now that this isn't happening, the world is aware now of these lower vibrational people that only want a nurse, or they want a companion. Some of them are getting into relationships with people just so they can destroy them. This could be somebody who was hurt by somebody in high school or college, and they still never healed as a person, not from that relationship. And then 20 years later, they meet up with the person, they still have a grudge. They still have a grudge from, like, you cheated on me, or freshman year of college. That there's people like this, man. I'm so grateful that I'm not like this. So now what? Now what? Yeah, so they can't be, there's no thievery going on. because this is also secrets being exposed, lies being exposed about these people. So people are protecting themselves now. They don't want to get into relationships. And now that people are doing this, thank you, Spirit, now this karma can come, this judgment can come. Fantastic. Oh, thank you. I love you guys. I love you. Yeah. So I feel like this is for those of you who know your worth and you're separating and you're like, look, I could be single for the rest of my life. I am living my life for me. I want to be happy. I can't, my kids aren't happy because now I'm realizing that if I'm living my life just for my own kids, I'm not really genuinely happy inside. So I need to start living for me so that I can exude this genuine happiness on the people around me, right? So now there's all these secrets are coming out about these people because the world, this just tells me the world is waking up and things are blowing up. People can no longer opportune. They can no longer steal. It says hackers. This is opportunists. This is just people who come into your life strictly to steal, kill, and destroy. Yeah, people are grateful and happy and content now by themselves. These greedy ass people. Like, they like control. They get into relationships just to control, and then eventually the shit blows up, and then people wind up picking up the pieces over and over and over again. We're not having it anymore. That's amazing. I feel like that's a spirit realm saying that they're very proud of those of you who know your worth and are holding out, or you're okay with just being by yourself, whether you're man or woman, for the rest of your life. Like, I'll sit by myself. Oh my God, I didn't realize I actually like to get into this. Oh, I thought I liked this, but now I really don't like it. Oh, it's because the person, the companion I was with liked that. I was conforming to the person that I was with, or the people that I've been with in the past, and I don't even know who the fuck I am, says you. It's kind of fucked up because she did. Yeah, it really is. Like, when you look back on it, you think about how much of your life energy and just amazing energy, especially if you're empathic, very valuable, rare energy that you've given to people who just didn't deserve it. That just didn't deserve it. Yeah, I mean, karmic energy, like committing to karmic masculines or feminines, it doesn't matter, and then cutting them off now. This is amazing. I love it because this says, this here just screams self-worth. I put me first. Moving on. Let's see. And now what? Yeah. And now there's other opportunities. Like, there's other opportunities out there, you know? Yeah, this is amazing. So what else now? I mean, I'm sure that there's something else going to pop up. I actually got these letters too, because I got these where I get the blank cards and shit. And so if the pictures come out on the letters and it resonates with something, then great for you if it's a guitar or jelly beans or something. But I got them for more letters because those other cards, the letter cards, are getting like worn out because they get used a lot. What can you tell me? What more can you tell me about this? Please. X. That's funny because I was just thinking like X and out the dirt. Yep. But let's see. DXS. Strawberry, xylophone, and a duck. It looks like. No more duck lips, huh? All right. I guess since I'm already on firm. Yeah, thank you. Come through. And you're firm on the shit. Fantastic and firm. First off, this could be your body, bitch, for a lot of you. Dude or chick, I don't care. Like, you just look really good for your age. But I feel like this is saying you're standing firm on it. And it's fantastic. The spirit realm is seeing a lot of you who were doing this. And maybe you guys are even helping other people with this. You guys may be actually helping some of your ops see their worth. And that's what we're here for. For me personally, this gets taken as weakness. This kindness gets mistaken for weakness, and that's where people get the game fucked up with me. My ultimate, what I would like is for everybody to heal and know their worth on this planet, and everybody to just get along and go against the system that wants us to hate each other. That will happen eventually. So that is the plan. So if you want to go against the plan, I mean, I don't know if people have gone against plans before, but they don't usually work out when you go against plans, right? So that's what I want. But when I say things like that, people mistaken the fact, they think I'm like, oh, sweet and this and we. No. I mean, that what you guys do is weak. What we want is strong. That's another, like, backwards thing for the Matrix. I feel like they make you feel like if you're kind and loving, then that's weak. No. That's being strong. Do you know how hard it is to actually be a kind and loving person in the world that we live in today? Shit. Okay, DX. Oh, they only have DX, no DXS. Let me see what it has on Google. MacGyver, that's funny. The digital experience. DXS, a smiley icon that means if the person is either yelling or screaming. Oh, so that's got people like angry, I'm guessing. Distinguished. You would like a distinguished gentleman or a distinguished woman, and some of you may be distinguishing on who. Maybe you're. This is giving me wake up energy. Like you can distinguish who's healed and who's not. You're standing firm on it. Like I can read your aura. I can feel you. That's amazing. All right, well, let's get some of the cards that your ops don't like. So, because I know that there's other shit that come with this, but that's why that you guys watch, right? As human beings, I mean, we are wired to want to hear more about the drama. So, let's do it. All right, let's just do it. Yeah, prostitute I just saw. So these people are going to be left to like have prostitutes as companions. You know, it's probably just more on their level. I don't know, but that's just what it is. But you guys, for those of you who are healed, you want more of a distinguished woman or a distinguished man. Okay. Wish they never met her at all. Ooh. Damn. Why would this be like this, huh? For some of you, this could be your father wished that they never met your mother. That's what I'm looking at. For others of you, this could be your father cheated on your mother and they wish that they never met this woman or whatever this is. Somebody, I guess, is an opportunist I just saw. So, crossover. Look, your father was involved. Thank you for clarifying that. I feel like that's what this is saying. Your father wishes they never met your mother. This is going to be a specific message, personal for somebody. I'm not going to stay on this because I'm pretty sure it's probably going to hurt.
When it comes to gifts, they say it's the thought that counts. Sure, but only if those thoughts are utterly unexpected.
All right. Cancer energy. There could be a cancer involved. Your father or your mother could be a crossover. Did your father cross over? So for somebody, your father could have crossed over and now they're looking at things like from the other realm and they wish that they never met your mother. Hold on a second. I command the truth, Spirit. Did somebody's father cross over and now they wish that they never met their mother? Did your mother lie or something to your father because of greed and because of opportunity? Yep. So I knew. My daughter. Yeah, you could be a divine feminine or a daughter, a female, and your father is wishing that they never got with your mother. Why? This is a karmic cycle. This is a cycle complete though. There's a completion here. There was some kind of deceptive behavior that's coming out about your mother's greed that maybe she just got with your father for financial opportunity. I hope that your both of these people weren't involved in something that happened to you. When your money's good, you feel good. So yeah, this would be your mother or your father or both of them that felt like if their money was good, they were good. So I don't know, did something happen to you where they didn't really seem to give a shit? Your father's realizing that your mother was an opportunist, or it could be the opposite for somebody. But yeah, it definitely could be the other way. But let's see. To lie to somebody who you know has been through so much. Somebody's finding out now that they were lied to, but did they know when they were here and living? Because it doesn't really seem like it blamed you. So your father blamed you for the fact that your mother could have trapped your father with you. Graduated another level. Did you guys feel that too? I don't feel like that was spell work this weekend. I know it wasn't. That shit don't affect me anymore. So whoever's doing it, you in big trouble. But you already knew that, huh? narcissist. Did you guys feel, though, the effects of another level up? Because I did. And I can hear it. I can feel it in the way that I'm delivering messages now. I can always tell. And this is why I said the people who are copycatting, like, go ahead. You're going to get to a point where you're going to be sitting there like, nah. Okay? Because the really gifted ones are going to be blowing you away. They're going to be blowing everybody away. Because we're going to keep leveling up and keep leveling up. Because we're just sweet like that. All right. Good for you that you graduated another level. Very happy to hear that. I'm interested in what this is. This is interesting. So, your father could have left you by yourself, or you could have felt like you never really had a loving connection with your father, and this father could have blamed you for something. Your father could have just blamed you for why their life turned out the way that they did. Passion ignited. So your father had a lot of passion, but I'm guessing it just was a prosperity, right? So your father had a lot of passion, but he didn't choose wisely. I feel like your father is aware now. This father's aware, because I honestly think that this father, with the stars being in here, that this father has passed on. 1, 7, or 8 could mean something. So let me find out more about what your father possibly was blaming you for. I want to get some of these letters because I can shuffle them easier until I get used to shuffling them. Peace and frequently. Peace. I feel like that's peace. P-E-A-C-E. You're measuring, I don't know, dives. I mean, that should just be like you getting like deep diving and wanting to know more information and just being awakened and wanting to learn wisdom and not anything that's written in a book. And maybe you're piecing things together. I mean, that can mean something different for all of you guys. Peace, that could be frequency and not frequently. Like sometimes whatever words come through, it says on the app that sometimes they'll be close to the word. So just, like we say, take it how it resonates. I don't really say that a lot because I feel like too many people say that, but, to each his own. So tell me more about this, please. Blamed you and stuff, like your father was involved. They wish they never met, obviously, either your mother or if they cheated, but they wish they never met somebody. But let's see. T. These could be initials also. T-G. T-G-M. The good mother. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought. I feel like somebody was very good at playing the good mother. And I don't know. Your father may have blamed you. Oh my goodness. I don't even have to look this up. I will, but this is what intuitively I'm picking up. For somebody or multiple of you, your father blamed you every time you and your mother argued or fought. You could have had the type of mother where you guys fought during the day, even if you were a child or however old you were until you probably started fighting back. That your father would come home and believe your mom if she said that you were out of line or, he or she is freaking me out. I feel like your father always blamed you and took this mother's side, and now they're wishing they never did this. This mother was very good at playing the good mother. Oh, damn. Look at you. It may not be your father was involved in anything. This could literally just be that this is confirmation with the 2 father cards, that it's not a mother, it's actually a father. So let me look up what TGM means anyway. Teen get money. Ooh. Too good man. As in to agree with someone's superior or dominant behavior or action that they are doing, stating in which they are too good for them. Too good man. Was your father too good of a man for your mother? But he blamed you? Oh my goodness. Oh God, come through. You guys come through heavy. I command the Trizzy spirit. Are you saying that someone's father was too good of a man for their mother and then they turned this father against? If this is your story and you feel like your dad was too good of a dude and your mom only got with them because of financial opportunity and they wanted to be taken care of, and then they fucking turned it into where your dad was blaming you every time that you guys every time there was an incident, your father, thank you spirit, every time there was an incident that your father blamed you for something, because it's hurtful. It's fucking hurtful. Ask me how I know. But I know that there's a lot of people who resonate with my story. This actually happened to me, where my father, I always thought was too good. People used to tell my mother, damn, man, Buddy's too good for you. They actually used to say that. And she goes, I know, you're like, they used to, and then they got jealous. So the jealousy runs deep, because I know some of my aunts were even jealous of the way that my father treated my mother. And then it got to the point where she became so narcissistic that she started turning him against me. Like, she just wanted him to agree with her all the time, and he started doing this. And I feel like there's a lot of our narcissistic mothers that actually did this. Some people may not even realize this happened. Maybe this is going to be for somebody who didn't even realize that they had this life. Turn the page. So yeah, well, the page is also immature energy, like childish energy, young energy. So they could have done this just because they had you and they needed someone to take care of you. You could have definitely had the type of mom that pointed fingers at the way that you took care of your children, if you have them, or child. And now it's coming out that the reason that she even married your father, or if, let's say they weren't married, whatever this was, they were together, but it's for opportunity, it's for greed. It was because she couldn't even take care of you. Sensitive, right? So your mom could have acted like she was too sensitive. I feel like you couldn't talk to your mom about this, or nobody could even bring this up to this mother. You could have the type of mother that was very short fused, where if you said anything at all that was against patting them on the back or crowning them, then they would jump off. Or it could be the kind of thing where your father didn't even want to get involved because your mom was like a ticking time bomb. If you mentioned any of this pulse, it's almost like, do you have a pulse? So it could have gotten to the point where you could have been wondering, like, I don't know how bad it got with your mom, who this is, but you could have been wondering, like, do you even have a pulse anymore? Like, your mom had no compassion, like there was no love left in this person. I'm sure that the regret card would have came out if I shuffled even more, because, I mean, look, that's what was stuck at the bottom. Regret. I feel like your father is really regretful for the way that they blamed you for everything. This could be even something bigger for you, that somebody was doing something to you and your father could have blamed you and said, oh, you could have had the type of father where if you got into destructive relationships with people who always played victim, they could have possibly said to you, well, you got into this relationship or you asked for it. You could have had dudes in your life, divine feminine, that whooped your ass. Husband, whatever this is, and your father could have been the type of dude. He wasn't on your side. I don't feel like this is, so you must have healed from this for this to come out. So you healed from something. Your name could be Amanda, or somebody's name could be Amanda, but so now what? So this mother played victim a lot is what I see. This mother destroyed your relationship with your father and always played victim. If there was always a blow up between you and your mom, because I'm picking up a very tumultuous relationship between a mother and daughter, that the father never really he never jumped into it the way that he was supposed to as a father figure, but he didn't know. Maybe he just didn't know, right? Like we don't hold grudges and shit, because that would make us just like our narcissistic mothers. And then she possibly turned your father, and they could have became one. Like your mom could have turned your father. You could have had like a really empathic, compassionate father, and your mother turned him into like a callous, miserable man. That's just what I feel like. And this mom was very, very, very good at playing victim. This father, just know he passed over, crossed over. He's seeing things like the way for what it really has to. They have to from that realm. You know. Okay. Let's walking away from what? Walking away from what? Walking away from what, please? Oh. Yeah, I feel like this father, they were loving at one point and then they just weren't. They gradually became just like your mother. This passion ignited also is giving me something coming full circle as well. But I feel like your dad had so much passion and love for this mother. I don't know if it stayed that way. I mean, with the destroyer thing, it could have turned into, there could have been a blowout about you. They could have walked away from you when you needed a home, a place to live is also what I'm seeing. This could be constant with the Knight of Wands. Like they could have constantly said, oh, did you have the kind of mom that told your father that you couldn't stay at home or come back at home, and it really wasn't your dad doing it, but he didn't have like the oomph, the balls to stand up and like even go against your mom? Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like your father didn't even know how to handle your mother. And it really took a toll on you. So walking away, so this father, I feel like there were times where you could have possibly just had problems in your life like everybody does. And this father didn't let you come home, or it was really your mom and your dad just kind of went along with shit. There's not a lot of protection here. There's not a lot of fathering with this father here. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you definitely showed a lot of love to this father. You were so loyal to this father, and I guess that's why this is here. Cause. Amanda and cause. So maybe you turned this into a cause, like you walked away from this. You could have possibly walked away from this whole situation. Loved yourself, stayed in this Ace of Cups energy, because this feels like to me like you didn't have either one of your parents show you like genuine love. This sounds to me like you had a cold mother. I don't know what your dad was like, but it sounds like at one point they both became cold towards you. And you walked away from this and still like remained a loving person and wanting to show love to other people. And that's another reason why you graduated and leveled up. That's amazing. Where are we at? 36. This is amazing. So there's a big healing energy here of for you to even be able to show love and want to still be a giving person and like a humanitarian type of energy after having two parents that really were like cold and did. So you're just a loving person, and I feel like even your parents took advantage of that. They got the wrong picture. Yeah, they got the wrong picture of you, or I don't know. What happened with your family? Did your family recognize that this was going on? Because I mean, dwindle. They just, oh my God, come through. They just let you dwindle, or they thought you were going to dwindle. So if you didn't have a place to live and your mother didn't want you to come back, your mom could have been intimidated by your relationship with your father at one point. And that relationship dwindled with you and your father. I feel like what this is saying to me is you and your father were really close at one point. I just got chills. I just felt like I was going to like break down and cry for a hot minute. Because I feel like you and your father were really close. And that shit dwindled, and I feel like maybe your father was getting a warning. You could have been warning your father as well and saying like, don't you see that you're not the same towards me? Like, I feel like either you were warning. Tell me about this warning. I want to know about the Empress, Divine Feminine. I know it. So either they were getting warnings about your mother, or you were warning your father at some point and going, don't you see that like you're yelling at me, or you're telling me that I deserve this shit? Like, where is this coming from? I feel like you were warning your father. Yeah, that you're going to... somebody was getting a heavy warning here. Did they pass over and they never made things right with you? Did this... Yeah, this is like you had to forgive. You had to forgive. And then did this. It put you on this throne. You forgave, and you were like... It took a lot of courage, though, because this is also confidence, courageous. It took a lot for you to forgive. I feel like you're also realizing that you're the child of a karmic female who betrayed you. And you could also... but you worked on yourself. So now this is why you leveled up and graduated. Connect. You just didn't connect anymore with your father. Dwindle and connect. This is amazing how they come through. And that's another thing I want to say for the people who are like stealing this idea. They won't come through for you like they do me, because if you're not tapped in, they're not going to give you the information because they don't trust you. You're not supposed to be doing this. If you're not, if you are, then cool. If they do, shit. I want people to get the messages, damn it. But they're not just going to come through for everybody on something like this. I can promise you that. So I was guided to do this. You copied it. Moving on. What else do we need to know about this situation, please? I help you better your life while my own life goes to shit. This says love your gang stalker, though. So you could have been telling your father that you were being gang stalked or something. And your dad, like, didn't care, or your mother could have known. Shit, your mother could have been behind the shit as well. This could just be a completely different story. Like, they may be telling me that that's the end of that message. Let me find out, because I don't want to cross over. Surgery. Your dad could have paid for your mother to get some kind of surgery for somebody. And he didn't even let you, like, Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that somebody's father paid for and okayed your mother to get surgeries because of her looks, and then you were like on the street, or you were like in need, or something like that. Because that's what I feel like they're telling me. Somebody's dad really did them dirty. I mean, damn, you could have been in a situation where like you got hurt and you were in the hospital and your dad didn't even come and see you. It's going to be different for everybody, but this just is giving me like that this dad showed way too much loyalty to a mother that didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve it. Jay, pilot. You're at your pilot. So I mean that's. Do this again, please. That also could be that like your mother took over and flew that plane. Like your mother would only be the pilot. There was no co-piloting. There was no equal give and take with your mother and your father. I feel like at one point your mother completely took over the relationship, and she took over the way that your father viewed you, and she possibly did this with other family members as well. I'll tell you what, governor. Yeah, pilot and governor. She wanted to be the... Oh, man, you guys will keep coming through. So your mom wanted to have control of the whole thing. She thought... I feel like your mom thought that, like, she was like... I feel like this is your mom, too. Like, she really felt like she was like this. And if she had to, she was going to get surgeries and buy all kinds of things. But everything was material. Yours is genuine. Your beauty is skin deep. Thank you, spirit. Ugh. Ooh, come through. So yeah, JCR is deep, but they always are, right? There's a lot of information here. JCR, journal citation report. So some of you were keeping a journal, and that helped you. Diary, a journal. Junior common room at a university. Either the room or the group of students responsible for organizing events. JCR, I feel like that's what it is though. Some of you guys, this helped you out because you were journaling and it helped you heal. Maybe you're going back. Some of you could be going back on journals, or maybe you're being told to journal. You may be being told to talk about this. You forgave though. I feel like you forgave and you started loving yourself, and then you got into this Queen of Wands and upright energy. And then now all of a sudden, this betrayal comes before the work. So it was betrayal, and now I worked on myself. Maybe I should have pulled another card after that. So now what? Now that somebody worked on themselves after this betrayal by, it looks like both fucking parents. Look at this shit. I'm going to end it at that. Who the governor now? That's you. Just know that a lot of us were, I'm not trying to lessen it, but I want to let you guys know that there's a lot of us that are being separated from family is because the secrets are deep and they never thought it was going to come out. And some of you guys have situations like this where your mother really never wanted you and your father loved you and your mother couldn't stand it. Just assume that your mother was like the jealous ex, because that's exactly how they act. These moms that are on here, these cuckoo ones, man. They will act with your father like you are an ex-girlfriend with jealousy. We're still not going nowhere, though. Congratulations, because this is not something that's easy to get over. I'm going to keep this out for the next message because I feel like there's a message they want to talk about your gang stalker or your gang stalker. So I'm going to leave that out and take a little break and finish my coffee. I love you guys. We're not going nowhere. Philly out.